I, Mary, Queen of Scots, committed no crime.
Your Majesty, the Queen just signed your death warrant.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Do you want anything for dinner?
No, just some apple slices.
This is what you get when you kill your husband.
You can take my life because I have no way to fight you. You have taken away 18 years of my life, and now you want to take away my good name. It's not only my name, but my father's name, my mother's name, and my son's name.
Your Majesty.
I asked for an apple and you brought me the whole tree. Why are you crying? Have you ever been hungry?
All the time.
Someone once brought me an apple. I had not eaten for 3 days. I wanted to die. And he brought me a plate of fruit, just like this one.
Please eat some. You've not ate for 3 days. This won't change anything. You are mine. Okay. Tony, if you die, there'll only be one thing between Lord Hamilton and the crown. Prince James. Who's gonna protect him then?
He took me by force, but for a short while, I thought he could protect me. He died in prison, just like me. How old are you?
15.
I was the happiest person when I was 15. You know, when I was born, I was probably the luckiest girl. My father was powerful, intelligent, and very handsome. My mother was kind, beautiful, and graceful.
I cannot imagine what can happen to you and our princess.
I will protect her with my life, and I will never marry again.
I cannot ask you to sacrifice your happiness. I never was a good husband.
No, you are a good husband and a king we are proud of.
Can I ask you for one more thing?
Of course.
If I die, can you please take care of my sons? I know what it is to grow up without a father and how bad things can be.
Your sons are my sons. I will watch them as one of my own. Mary would love to have brothers and sisters. But my father died when I was only 6 days old. My mother wanted to go back to her home, but she had to stay to protect me and my country. And she decided to keep her promise to my father to take care of his children. After a few attacks and assassination attempts, my mother sent me to France. I don't remember my mother much because I was only 6 years old. My mother sent my best friend, little lady Set in with me. And I had my 4 little ladies in waiting. I also grew up with my half-brother Robert and my future husband Francis.
Do you really want to marry me?
Of course. Why? Do you have another girl in mind?
No, it's just girls usually want to marry a king so they could become queen. But you're already a queen. You're so beautiful, intelligent, and sweet. So why do you want to marry me?
Because I love you.
What happens if I get sick or if I die?
Then I'll make sure you won't get sick nor die.
Oh, he was always so sweet to me. We became best friends on the first day we met.
But if I die, who will protect you?
You won't die.
But he got sick.
The king is dead. My God, no. Where's the queen? She must be devastated. The queen is beyond herself. She has been praying and fasting, but God will not grant her wish.
I want to see the queen. She needs us now.
We can't see her. She's in isolation for 3 months to make sure she's not pregnant. Don't cry, Shadow. There's nothing we can do. It's God's will and we must obey.
Queen, what will happen to the queen?
I don't know, but our queen is strong. She'll get through it.
I want to be with the queen. Can I be with her?
You must get Queen Dowager's permission. She's very upset. She blames our queen for bad luck and not taking care of the king.
That's not fair. Queen's the best.
Not in Queen Catherine's eyes.
I want to be with the queen forever. I will not marry until she's happily married.
Lively and Beanie and I feel the same way. Let's vow never to get married until the queen is married.
After losing my husband at 18, I went back to Scotland. It was a country I didn't really know, and I never understood why the Protestant lords hated me. My parents were Catholic, but we never resented anyone practicing the new faith. My mother treated my half-brother, Lord Moray, as her own, but he rebelled against her, and then against me. My fiancé loves me.
I can't.
You know it will be useless to me tomorrow. I want you to have it. Do you like it? Here.
No, I can't.
Please, accept the necklace and this. And one day, if you one day meet my son, will you give this to him? I needed an alliance and I needed friends. Then I met Henry. He is my cousin and fourth in line for the Scottish throne. Henry, it's great to see you. Look how tall you've become.
It's wonderful to see you as well, Your Majesty. Thank you for restoring our estate and our name. I have not forgotten your kindness.
He was sweet and probably the best looking man on earth. I turned down his proposal because I was not free to marry the man I loved as a queen. When do you plan to leave for Glasgow?
Lord Lennox heard about me under the weather, and so he wants me to stay in Edinburgh until I get better.
Are you okay? Do you need me to send my doctor?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
But when he fell ill, I knew I couldn't live without him, so I agreed to marry him. The Protestant lords rebelled against us. While Henry and I fought with them, we would rather die than be apart, and we won. At the same time, I found myself pregnant with Prince James. Even though we had little chance to defeat the Protestant lords when we got married, We were so happy. We didn't mind if we died in battle. We loved each other and we fought for our love. But when we won, Henry changed. He started having affairs.
I want to see you again, Your Majesty, but I can't.
Just one kiss, so I can dream about you every night.
And he wanted to get crown matrimony. He would leave the palace for weeks without telling me. I had no one to talk to, except Lady Seton and my secretary Rizzio.
I don't want to fight. But he is too young. The council will not agree to it. The lords will not agree to it. We had enough enemies already. I don't want to give him another excuse, Zaid.
Your Majesty, you can't grant crown matrimony. The Hamiltons won't allow it. Lord of Moray won't allow it. Queen Elizabeth won't allow it. They don't want a Catholic Scotland. If you grant crown matrimony, your life will be in danger. And his life will be too.
Henry had a lot of enemies, and his reckless affairs made it even more difficult for me to get him crown matrimony. Everyone knew that, but Henry blamed me and Rizzio and murdered Rizzio in front of me. The lords wanted to kill me and my baby and pin the murder on Henry. I was kidnapped, but Henry helped me escape. If not for God's mercy, we would have all been killed, but we escaped, and with Bothwell's help, we defeated the lords. But then, the Henry I loved disappeared. I couldn't believe that the man who almost killed me and our baby was the one I once loved. But then he got sick and almost died. When he begged for my forgiveness, I remembered the Henry that I'd once loved and realized that I still loved him. I promised Henry that he was better. Everything would be just like before. But he was assassinated. He was only 20 years old. Prince James will never have his father again.
Why are you doing this to me? I'm your kingsman!
Kingsman? You don't remember that we were your cousins when you destroyed my sister.
I cut his hair from his cold body and swore that I would find the one who killed him. And I swore with my life to protect our son.
James was just born when his father died. I swore to God, when I cut this hair from his cold body, I swore to protect my son and kill the one responsible for his father's murder. Did you kill them? No. They're the one who kept me imprisoned, and I married the one who killed my husband. No. I did not know.
But 3 months later, I was kidnapped by most trusted general.
How can you do this to me?
What did I do? I took you here to protect you.
No. You forced me. You kidnapped me.
This is the only way I can protect you. Do you know how many people were out to get you? If they can kill a king, they can kill you.
I'd rather be killed than to leave my son, the prince, behind. What will this do to my reputation?
Your reputation? How about mine? Even after the whole country, all the nobles signed the bond, urging you to marry me, you refuse. Without my protection, you would have died many times. And the only way I know to protect you is to be your husband.
Protect me? I married 2 kings. Did they protect me? I now need you to just be a friend. It's not the right time to talk about marriage. The king just died. I need to go to France and Spain to get support. Let me go.
I can't risk the lives of my soldiers unless I have the queen by my side.
Everybody knows that I'm with you. Please, let me go.
I will, once we are married.
I can't do this. Please. Let me go. Don't give my enemies and supporters an excuse to kill you. You are right. You protected me when I needed you the most. But every moment that I'm held here destroys a part of me. Please. I must go now. Let me go.
You may have had 2 kings, but you never had a real man. They were just boys. You need someone who can protect you.
I refused to eat and wished I could die, but I knew that if I died, nobody would protect my son. Then I found myself pregnant. Bothwell said that he would protect me and find Henry's killer. I had no choice but to marry him, and I thought he would protect me. He showed me the bond signed by all the powerful lords urging me to marry for Scotland. But as soon as we were married, they rebelled against us and spread rumors about us being responsible for Harry's death. I did not want war. I did not want anyone to die. So instead of fighting, I agreed to be rescued by the lords. Instead, they imprisoned me, forced me to abdicate, and left me to die after my miscarriage. Fortunately, Lady Seton came to me.
Your Majesty, please be careful and take care of yourself.
What do you mean? Aren't you coming?
They would be suspicious. There's only one maid ever needed on a boat crossing.
I can't leave you behind.
I will be fine.
And with the help of George Douglas, we escaped. 6,000 of my subjects came to support me, but we lost.
Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Please get well. We will go back to France and leave all of this.
Do you remember when you gave me your earring because you thought you were dying?
Yes. It brought back your love.
I'm so sorry that I couldn't tell your son how beautiful and how brave his mother was.
God.
Majesty, will you forgive me?
God, please don't take him.
George died, and I had to flee to England. I thought Queen Elizabeth would help me, but she put me in this cell without trial for the last 18 years.
He lied to me. They all lied to me. My husband, my general, my ambassador, my brother, and I had to leave my 1-year-old son in the hands of my enemies. No. But he's fine and a very good king. In a way, I didn't protect him. My enemies would rather have an infant they can control than to have a queen that they hate. So they might not harm my son as long as I'm alive. Now my son is a mighty king. He does not need my protection, and it is time for me to go. But please, tell him if you ever see him that I did not kill his father.
I will try, even if I have to walk to Scotland.
Thank you, child. You're such a sweet girl. You know, I once had a friend, Mary. We grew up together. She was such a sweet little girl.
Today I will tell you a story of Scotland's king, our hero, Robert the Bruce.
Scotland's king? Is he your grandfather?
Yes, but he's more like my grandfather.
Is he handsome?
Yes, the most handsomest of king.
Even more handsome than Robert?
I think just like Robert, but he was a brave man. He first had to fight to get the throne, kill all his enemies without mercy. Scotland was under English rule, so they tried to kill him, but he ran to Ireland.
Ireland? That's far. How did he run? Over the sea?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. He ran to a boat, then he sailed to Ireland, and he made lots of friends.
Like us?
Yes, like us. And they served him, respected him, and loved him.
Like me?
Of course. Please don't interrupt. Yes, like you. Together they moved back to Scotland, fought off the English, and freed Scotland.
Did my grandfather help?
I'm sure he did. Your family was meant to be brave and loyal.
I wish I were a boy, so I could protect you and serve you like my grandfather did. I would be the bravest soldier in Scotland, and I would protect my queen.
Who said you can't protect me as my lady?
Can I?
Of course, and you can also be my best friend.
She was my friend when I was a queen, and she was my friend when I was prisoner.
Where is she now?
Poor Mary got sick. Winter was just so cold, and they did not give us enough firewood. She got sick, and I sent her to get treatment, but they never allowed her back. She now lives in the convent of St. Pierre in Reims, the place where my grandmother grew up. Do you know my mother was the kindest, nicest woman on earth? She wanted to be a nun, but she became a queen. She wanted to go back to France to be with my brother, her son, Duke of Longueville. But she had to stay in Scotland to protect my country. Oh, she sacrificed so much. She treated Lord of Moray, James Stuart, a legitimate son, as her own, and even supported him to be a regent of Scotland. But he betrayed her and me. She concluded peace with England, and even sent her own brother, Claude, Marquis de Mayenne, as one of the 6 French hostages sent to England. But the country she loved so much betrayed her also.
My brother, Lord of Moray, raised my son to hate me, made up evidence to implicate me for Henry's murder. I did not do it. I was heartbroken by Bothwell showing me the secret agreement he signed with Lord of Moray and the other noblemen to murder Henry. I should die because I let the man who killed my husband touch me. But I am innocent. I did not want Henry to die. I loved him.
Her sister, my aunt, Renee Degas, is the abbess of the convent. I'm sure Mary is better off there now, as I don't want her to see me die.
I don't want to see you die either.
Silly child. Everyone will face our Lord one day. I'm not afraid of dying. I know I committed no crime, and I never hurt anyone. I was not a good queen. I forgave my enemies and put my son in danger.
You are a good and kind queen.
I don't want to die this way. What will history view me? What will my son think of me? They wanted to kill me and my name. It is my father's name, the names of the many brave Scottish kings, and my son's name. Will people ever know my truth?
I'm sure they will.
18 years is a long time, and I have nothing better to do. I wrote it all down. I want to give this to my son, but I don't know if he will ever get it. He thought I'm an adulterous murderer. He thought I killed his father, and I did not.
For so many years, all I have wished to see my son and tell him that I did not murder his father. Now, Queen Elizabeth wants to kill me. I can never see my son. He will always think of me as an adulterous murderer. If you could, please, tell him that I love him and his father. I did not do anything to hurt him or our good names.
When they took away my crown, they took everything I had. But I held on to my hope to one day find justice in Henry's killer. But I failed. There is nothing else I can give you. May God be with you. I, Mary, Queen of Scots, committed no crime. Lass, what am I? What use has my life? I am but a body whose heart's torn away, a vain shadow, an object of mystery who has nothing left but death and life. Enemies, set your envy aside. I've no more eagerness for high domain. I've borne too long the burden of my pain to see your anger swiftly satisfied. And you, my friends, who loved me so true, remember, lacking health and heart and peace, there is nothing worthwhile that I can do. I ask only that my misery should cease, being punished in a world like this. I have my peace and eternal bliss.
What did the Queen give you?
Nothing.
Queen Elizabeth ordered to burn everything that belongs to Queen Mary. The Bible.